Okay, Queen's Blood. I got a deck for you guys. This is a early mid-game deck. You could keep it early game, get rid of some of the replacement cards, but when you get the replacement cards, definitely want to get those in the deck because towards the late game, that really helps you control the field and not let the other guy get any more spots. And you can win with just one lane if you have enough points in it. But with this deck, we'll win more than just one lane. We'll get most of the lanes. Actually, in this game, I think we get all 3 lanes. This is an earlier deck build, but it will be still good for you late game. There's also a good card you can pick up. You're going to want to pick up later on called the G Nocta. Basically, it's a 1-point replacement card, and you can replace the Ifrit with that, and it'll replace its value, which if you play it right, it can be pretty high, and it'll put it on the other 2 lanes. So basically, you go from winning 1 lane to winning 2 easily. So you want to keep a good balance of the cards you have. Not too many replacement cards and not too many high level cards also, because if you don't have the spots for them, they're just gone. You can't use them, right? So I got, in this deck, there's only 1 level 3 card and 2 level 2 cards, and the 1 is pretty optional. I don't use moguls too much, but I've noticed this is a pretty good balance, having the 4 replacement cards. That feels right. And then also the Mandarin cards, when you play them, you get an additional card to play with as well, so that helps fill out your deck with other fodder, basically replacement fodder, to help you capture those spots. Every spot you capture on the board denies your opponent from using their cards. Basically, you want to own as much as you can. So what this deck strategy uses is the Ifrit and the Chocobo Jockey to keep the middle lane. The Chocobo Jockey, you win the lane, you get an extra 10 points. And on top of that, Ifrit gets, I believe he gets bonus points depending on how many special cards you use. So using those 2 in a lane basically guarantees you that lane. And now we're kind of trying to control the front lines. You don't want to give up too many spots. We can't take them all. Every time we put one down, they can flip it back. But our strategy right here is use some of these replacement cards. We're just burning through them because that's what they're there for, to control the front part of the field. And you see the opponents doing the same thing. We end up just shy on this one here, but it's fine. We still get the 2 spots, and you know, we give up 1 at the top. But now he's shut out. He can't place any more cards on the only cards he can play are replacement cards, and if he's out of replacement cards, that's it. The board is ours. So, you know, you can just resign. Once you got a high enough score, you can resign, of course. But you know, I'll go all in. I'll show you what it looked like, even if, you know, the game were to continue on. And right here, we're making good use of the replacement cards. So I'm replacing a card that's already replaced with the same card. But what it's doing is adding value to the middle lane, so that way I can add the Chocobo Jockey, which, once we win the middle lane, gives us an additional 10 points on that lane. So that's huge. And of course, I save the Ifrit spot way in the back because, you know, they can't. There's not many cards that can touch the back lines and flip them. So it's pretty safe to leave that open and be more aggressive down the board. And then here comes in the Ifrit, and you can see what kind of you know, just kind of numbers it's throwing up there. Here is debating which spot to put it on, because I actually had 3 spots, or 2 spots with level 3 cards that I could have laid it on. But I'm going with the middle lane, and you can see that even if we would have lost the top and bottom, we didn't, but if we would have, we still would have won the game because our middle lane had such high numbers. I mean, it would have been 33 to, you know, a couple. Like the numbers they put up even on this game wasn't very high in the other 2 lanes. So just with that middle lane, we could have won. And that's kind of the strategy, like, well, grab as much as you can, hold back the enemies from using their cards, and it works out pretty well. Pretty solid deck. And I hope this helps. You know, build your own decks, but these are kind of the strategies that I found that works for me in this game, and I've had a lot of fun playing Queen's Blood. They've really done a great job.